Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with news from Trinidad and Tobago. Health Minister Terence Singh is urging the population to behave as though monkeypox is already in Trinidad and Tobago and to take the same precautions that were put in place for COVID-19. He admitted that some people are not being forced to wear masks at fetes, but said that the mask mandate will remain in place for both public and at schools. The minister was speaking at a news conference on Wednesday morning when he called on citizens to apply some of the lessons learned from COVID-19 and especially the variants. You may recall when cases were first identified, it did not mean it suddenly appeared on the person that single day. For someone to test positive, it meant that the virus was circulating in Trinidad and Tobago, he said. He said the same approach should be applied to monkeypox. Just because we don't have a suspected case in Trinidad and Tobago, don't wait until we confirm one to be careful. We're asking people to be vigilant from now. He added that vigilance must be enhanced once coming into contact with someone who has traveled from one of the 42 countries with confirmed cases. The minister highlighted that the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, has already received testing kits and is in the process of validation for monkeypox tests, and announced that Trinidad and Tobago Public Health Lab will also have its own testing capacity for TNT samples. The Pan American Health Organization Director Carissa F. Etienne has called on countries to work together to raise manufacturing capacity and decrease the regional dependence on imports for medicines, vaccines, and other key health products as a major lesson from COVID-19. We are learning that as a region we must collectively embark on a sustainable and collaborative rather than competitive pathway to self-sufficiency, the director told member states at the opening of the 170th session of PAHO's executive meeting. Dr. Etienne cited PAHO's revolving fund for vaccines as an exceptional expression of Pan-American solidarity for public health. Established in 1979, the fund has enabled countries in the region, regardless of economic status, to access quality and safe vaccines at a single price. Now for some international news. We tell you now that a jury in California has found comedian Bill Cosby sexually abused a 16-year-old girl at a Playhouse mansion in 1975. The civil court on Tuesday awarded the now 64-year-old Judy Huth $500,000 in damages. It's been torture, Huth said of the 7-year legal fight, to be ripped apart, thrown under the bus and backed over. This to me is such a big victory. Jurors found that Cosby intentionally caused harmful sexual contact with Huth, that he reasonably believed she was under 18, and that his conduct was driven by unnatural or abnormal sexual interest in a minor. The decision is a significant legal defeat for the 84-year-old entertainer once hailed as America's dad. It comes nearly a year after his Pennsylvania criminal conviction for sexual assault was thrown out and he was freed from prison. Huth's lawsuit was one of the last remaining legal claims against him after his insurer settled many others against his will. Cosby did not attend a trial or testify in person, but short clips from a 2015 video disposition were played for the jurors, in which he denied any sexual contact with Huth. He continues to deny the allegation through his lawyer and publicist. And finally, a powerful earthquake struck a rural mountainous region of eastern Afghanistan early Wednesday, killing 1,000 people and injuring 1,500 more in one of the country's deadliest quakes in decades, the state-run news agency reported. Officials warned that the already grim toll may still rise. Information from remote area near the Pakistani border remains scarce, but early footage from villages tucked among the rough mountains showed residents picking through the rubble of collapsed stone and mud brick houses. The disaster posed a major test for Afghanistan's Taliban government, which seized power nearly 10 months ago as the United States and its NATO allies prepared to pull out of the country and has been largely shunned by the world community since. Rescuers rushed to the area by helicopter, but the response is likely to be complicated since many international aid agencies left Afghanistan after the Taliban takeover. Moreover, most governments are wary of dealing directly with the Taliban, a reluctance that could slow the deployment of emergency aid and teams typically sent after such natural disasters. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Travis.